This is Julianne Condia, host of Rewritten. Thank you so much for listening to the following broadcast on Public House Media.
Hey, this is Lee.
And this is Chelsea.
And we are the host of your new favorite sales podcast, See Jane Sell.
Join us every Thursday for a new episode where we will tackle the realistic world of sales and maybe teach you a thing or two along the way.
You can subscribe to See Jane Sell on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, iHeartRadio, CastBox, and Spotify. Thanks, and enjoy the following podcast on Public House Media.
Gratitude for what you have is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. Hello, welcome to Choose Your Rides. Welcome to Public House Media. I am so honored and so grateful. Gratitude is in my heart. Gratitude is on my mind. Today, I want to talk to you about gratitude and how you can have gratitude in your life. Gratitude for what you have is one of the greatest gifts you can give yourself. And most people spend far too much energy thinking about what they want, what they don't have, what they need in their life, and they spend far too little thinking about what they're grateful for, what's already in their life, what they're already so grateful for, and what's already been so blessed with in their world. And so instead of focusing on what's missing from your life, today I want to help you focus in on what you already have and how amazing your life already is. Gratitude, I talk about this all the time. I try to live with a heart and mind of gratitude. I try to instill this gratitude mindset with my children because in a heart of gratitude, you can have so much joy, you can have so much peace, and you can have way less negativity in your life when you can have a heart and a mind of gratitude. So let's think about it. What are the benefits of practicing gratitude? Well, they're nearly endless. People who regularly practice gratitude by taking time to notice and reflect upon the things that they're thankful for in life experience way more positive emotions. They feel more alive, they sleep better, they express more compassion, they're super kind. They can even have stronger immune systems. So heck yeah, why not? And an attitude of gratitude doesn't have to be reserved for only momentous occasions, right? Sure, you might express gratitude after receiving a promotion. You might have more gratitude in your life when you have something special happen in your world, like you've been given a gift or that something, you've been given something in your life, but you don't have to be grateful just for the things that happen to you, right? You can show gratitude by simply keeping a gratitude journal, by regularly writing a brief reflection of your day. What are the things that you're thankful for in life? Doing this can significantly increase your well-being of life and life satisfaction. It's amazing to me how good I feel after I'm done working on my gratitude. In fact, it's a perfect mood switcher. If I'm feeling negative, if I'm feeling ungrateful, if I'm feeling like the world is just not in my favor at the moment, I start to flip my mind and catch myself feeling those negative emotions and change it up. And so when I can, have that negative thought and feel like, woe is me, blah, 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 and then immediately catch myself and say, no, I'm grateful for, and list off 2 to 3 things in the day that I've been super grateful for that have happened to me, or something that's happened in my week or in my month. I'm able to get rid of the negative things and feel a lot better about life. So you think that just some of those findings compelling enough to motivate and to integrate, people into action of like really just taking action on being grateful with things. But if you're like me, there's this motivation lasts about 3 to 4 days. And then you really have to be super intentional again. You have to be disciplined in the areas of gratitude. And for every time that you maybe lose something, every time you have a negative thing happen in life, because we are living on these 2 rails of life. I've heard this message a million times over in church, where we go to church at Orchard Hill. And this message it stands the test of time because you are a rail car in life. And just like a rail car rocks back and forth on 2 rails, 2 railways, that's why there's 2 of them. You are in that life and you are going to rock back and forth between pain and sorrow and devastation to joy and gratitude and emotion. But here's the thing, you get to decide where and how you respond to situations. So you are going to always tip to the negative side at some point because we're human, we're broken individuals living in a broken world. But when it tips to the positive, that's where you can be in a good thing. You get to control that and lean yourself into the good sides of things and switch the negative to the positive just by living with a heart of gratitude. So the best way to reap the benefits of gratitude is to notice new things you're grateful for every single day. The gratitude journaling works because it slowly changes the way we perceive situations by adjusting what we focus on. Now, in the previous episode of Choose to Rise, I was talking about our perception as our reality. And so this is a great example. What we perceive to be happening in our world is what is actually happening in our world. Your perception is your reality. So the way you perceive situations by adjusting what we focus on, instead of looking for the negative things, instead of looking at the woe is me, look for the positive things. Look for the things that have been a blessing for you. And start looking at more of life as how it's happening for you instead of against you. So you might get super specific in your writing when you might say things like, today my husband cooked dinner for me and it was amazing. I didn't have to cook after a long day of being at work. Or maybe you stretch yourself and you really talk about the things that you're super grateful for in the grander scheme of things, or those tiny little things that have happened in your life that are opening your eyes to the world around you that can deeply enhance your an attitude of gratitude and deeply enhance the practice of gratitude in your life. Make a game out of noticing new things each day. Try to find something new to add to your list. It gets mundane sometimes to write the same thing over and over again. Yes, I'm grateful for my husband. Yes, I'm grateful for my kids. Yes, I'm grateful for the house over my head and the ability to talk to all of you. But what is something new every single day that you notice that you can be grateful for? Because there's a million things in the world to be grateful for if you're looking for them. Being excited about the benefits of gratitude can be a great thing because it gives us the kick we need to get started to make the changes. Now, when I talked before about living in a fantasy or dream world and living in the reality of where we're at, but having the attitude of gratitude means that you can have the attitude, the positivity, the desire to make the changes needed to live a healthier and happier life. But before our excitement kind of wears off on ourselves, you have to take action in the moment. So find the attitude of gratitude, live in the joy of what it is. And then before you start losing your momentum, take action. When we want to achieve a goal, using the technique of like mental contrasting, which means being optimistic about the benefits of a new habit while it's being realistic about how difficult maybe the habit might be, leads us to exert more effort. Recognize and plan for the obstacles that might get in the way. For instance, so if you tend to be super exhausted at night, that might not be the best time to start a new workout routine. But if you get up in the morning and do your workout routine, you're more than likely to have more energy throughout the day. Or if you're going to do your attitude of gratitude right away in the morning when you get up, like I do, I try to think of something I'm grateful for before my feet hit the floor. That tends to help kickstart my day and make sure that I'm in the right frame of mind to tackle anything that comes at me. The University of Rochester partners in crime, Edward Dacey and Richard Ryan, studied intrinsic motivation, which is the deep desire from within to persist on a task. One of the biggest determinants of autonomy, the ability to do things that they want, so don't limit yourself, is journaling to be feeling stale. Try out new and creative ways to track your grateful moments. So when things get stale, when things get boring, when things get like that, that's when things really start to tip off. So make sure that you are focusing on something new and positive every single day. When a good thing happens, you can write it down and put it in the gratitude jar. And when you're feeling, or you're write it down so it's something that you can come back to. Maybe put it on a note on your phone, but put it someplace where you're going to be able to find it. And then when things start to be woe is me, or you feel ungrateful for something, now you have something to pull it out from. Isn't that a great idea? So today we talked about attitude of gratitude. We want you to have a gratitude in your life. We want you to be taking action to do things. Most people are going to spend their time in their lives doing things that are not going to serve them, focusing on the wishes, the wants, the things that they don't currently have, focusing on the lack in life. I would highly encourage you today to focus on the abundance of life. I want you to focus on the things that you already have. And yes, think about the things that you want to have happen in life, but also think about the actions that you can take to get yourself there. Being grateful for the moment, being grateful for the things that are happening in your life, being grateful for the things that are already blessings for you is a great way to catapult you into the headspace, into the heart space, into the mindset that anything is possible. And that when you have that kind of mindset, that you know that your goals are achievable and that they're much more likely to happen for you because you have the confidence to take the action needed to go get them. So gratitude is what you have, is gratitude for what you have is one of the greatest gifts that you can give yourself. So I challenge you today to write below this video or send me a message if you're listening to the podcast form of what you're grateful for. What is it that you love? What is it that you are so grateful for that's happened in your life? What's a blessing that's happened for you and not necessarily to you? And how can you expand on that in the rest of the world? Thanks so much for listening today. And if you want to catch more of what I do here at Choose to Rise, you can find me at chooseToRiseUp.com. You can head over to Facebook at Choose to Rise Up right here where I'm posting this. If you're in audio form, and if you are here in the video, check out the actual podcast that comes out. Copy the link, share it with a friend, tell other people about it. Give us a rating or review at iTunes, and I can't wait to see you back here again very soon. Later.